Good afternoon, YouTube. I am actually back in the UK after a long struggle, a long journey yet again with things going wrong. Okay, I just hope it's working. I've just put the microphone on and keep forgetting to do that. So the journey was bad. Basically, I missed my flight because of circumstances out of my control, things that people hadn't told me in the past. So it's all to do with immigration. Another piece of paper I needed, according to EEC, I think it is. If you've been there over 6 months, I might have been there for 7, I needed that. They sent me away telling me I needed that. By the time I found out where to get it and organise it and pay for it and so on, I missed my flight. So that was supposed to have been, I can't remember exactly, say 7 o'clock in the morning, missed that flight. I then rebooked, which cost me a lot of money, a lot of my savings. I booked with Emirates for that evening. I think it was at 6:30, and that flew over Dubai, as Emirates do. That was all very good and everything, no problem. And then, of course, coming back to the UK, the bus, which I'd already paid for once, but I lost that because I didn't get to that. So I had to rebook. That was complicated, but the driver was very helpful. He's not allowed to take payments in Heathrow for some reason, anywhere else, yeah, but not there. And I hadn't got time to join the queue. Internet was a bit dodgy, so he said, "You've got your phone?" I said, "Yeah." So he took my suitcase, he said, "Use your phone. When we're driving along, just sort it out." So before we actually took off, I'd done it. So bear with me a second, just make myself a nice coffee. There we go. I need that. So yeah, anyway. So I managed to do that, and then off to Gloucester, where I had to wait another hour, I think it was, for another bus, because that bus company doesn't go that early in the morning. So National Express doesn't go to Hereford from Gloucester that early in the morning. Only in the afternoon, it seems to be. So anyway, I managed to get back to Hereford, and from Hereford, did a bit of shopping on the bus and back here. And then yesterday, I put up my new tent. It's a very waterproof tent because it poured down last night, so I know it's okay. It's very basic, but it's a good quality one. Few problems. I don't know if you can see that mold on the pillows. All 3 pillows have got to be thrown in the bin, and I'm going to need some new ones of those. They were in the car. That's the only thing that went moldy. As far as the car goes, the brakes, it wasn't locked on because the handbrake was left off, which was brilliant, but they'd gone so rusty. That took some driving until they cleaned off. Now there's a knocking on the steering on each side, which could be the spring that caused the go on shocks on each side. The MOT is due now, so but it's Easter weekend, so I can't get that done. So that I'm looking into how to get that done next week. Monday's also bank holiday, Easter Monday, I think it's called. So yeah, so I'm working Tuesday, so it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Is it? Yeah. So I'm working tomorrow. I've got Sunday off. I'm back in Monday. Yeah, and then I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then I'm back in the following weekend for about 4 on the trot. So plenty of shifts. They're scattered about a bit, but I'm not worried about that. There's actually a bumblebee. It's not that warm, mate. Bugger off. Don't sting me, bum. So yeah, nice to see a bumblebee. You don't see those in the Philippines. You see big bees with no bumblebees. I think that might be an English thing. Anyway, so just to let you know I am back. I'm having a cup of coffee. This could be the last video on my channel. I'm in the process of setting up a new channel. What I'm going to do about that is just start afresh, and it's all going to be about my camping life. So whether I keep this channel going or not, I don't know. We'll see. But if I don't, and this is the last video, I'd like to say thank you for everybody who's watched and followed and put up a lot of my nonsense on you. It's much appreciated. And who knows, maybe I'll see you in the future on one of my other videos. I won't name that video here on this channel. I want to set it up from scratch, and see how I can do with that. So everybody take care, and bye for now. Out now for the front porch. But that goes through there, clips on there, clips on there. Where does it go here? Normally I'd have thought there would be a hook that it goes into, but there isn't, so I've just got around there, and obviously that's not right. So, oh hang on, what's that? Oh no, that goes into there. So, hang on, let me just... Difficult with one hand, bear with me. So put that back in. But obviously that's not right. Normally there's like a hook that goes up in there, which is, they do have them here. As you can see, it says obviously must be, why are those there? Because that would be normally for your poles, for that sort of thing. But then they don't have one for there. I honestly think this is the wrong way around. Is the whole tent, I think the whole, no, it can't be the wrong way around because that wouldn't fit there. I am confused. Yet again. And that, the problem as well, the seams just aren't matching up. So this seam here, there's your bar going down, that seam should fit on there, but it just doesn't seem to want to. Even if I pull that maybe tight like that way, out there with a guide rope, I think I'm going to have to give that a go. But like I keep saying, at the end of the day, the plan is not to live in it. I do want a bit of a kitchen area, the spacious storage unit. Yeah, this is definitely big enough to sit in. If it was pouring down with rain and do my kitchen working, my cooking in here. Plenty of room in there. This is a 4-man tent, it's not. 3 in a push. And a big push. 2 would be comfortable. But it's nice. So yeah. And of course, I've got many months to sort this out. But what's really confusing me is these poles. They're in the right place because that's exactly where they fit. But they can't, that can't be right. Did you put them in there? There should be those hooks that are on the back. See, there's one on this side as well, which normally means you would have poles going in the pole. That's what goes into the bottom of these poles. Are they just on the wrong place? Do you know what I think they might be, but how do you take them off? No, you can't. You can. You can. There's like a key ring effect. So in theory, because they're definitely in the wrong place. Well, that's not good, is it? I'm sure I'm right about that. If I could just find these instructions that I seem to have mislaid straight away.